Hey family, welcome back to the channel. Make Africa great again. Hey, I want to thank all the new subscribers for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate all the love and support. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the movement. And yo, let's come together and make Africa great again, all right? Listen, I'm not here to bash South Africa as you might think from this title. I am here to talk about democracy. Democracy. Yeah, I'm here to talk about it. So don't worry. I'm not here to knock the people. I love the people here in South Africa. And that's actually why I want to speak about it, because it's unfortunate to see what my brothers and sisters are going through here in the motherland with quote unquote democracy. So let's jump right into it. I was reading a book called Dreams and Nightmares, and it's a very great book where the author's breaking down the perspective of Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, God rest his soul. And they're breaking down their philosophies and their ideologies. And I was reading something that resonated with me, and I feel like it's so prevalent and with what's going on in South Africa, unfortunately. So I'm gonna share with you what Malcolm X had to say, and we're gonna chop it up and talk about you guys' democracy and what's really going on here in South Africa, all right? So listen, Malcolm X, God rest his soul, said back in April 3rd, 1964, he says, "No, I am not American." That's how I feel. I ain't American at all. "I am one of the 22 million black people who are the victims of Americanism, one of the victims of democracy. Nothing but disguised hypocrisy." I will repeat, he says, "One of the victims of democracy, nothing but disguised hypocrisy." So I'm not standing here speaking to you as an American or a patriot or a flag saluter or a flag waver. No, not I. I'm speaking as a victim of this American system. And I see America through the eyes of the victims. I don't see any American dream. I see an American nightmare. Malcolm X said that back in 1964. A lot of you guys are not aware, but the American dream is not a real dream. It's turning out to be a real nightmare. And a lot of people are waking up and seeing that the American dream is no longer what you thought it was. And that's why I feel like I can speak on the situation. I'm not here to attack South Africa. I'm here to talk about the democracy, as Malcolm so eloquently stated, is nothing more but hypocrisy. So I first want to ask a question to all my African brothers and sisters. Can you please name a country where you really see democracy working in the best benefit of African people? The only one I see that's close to it is Ethiopia, that seems to have the best interests, where if you do business in Ethiopia, you have to do business with some of their people, and they try to give a lot of their major businesses and developments and a lot of their corporations are owned by Ethiopians. But for the most part, this democracy is not really working out for a lot of us. And I'm speaking personally in America. A lot of African Americans are waking up and seeing that doesn't matter if you vote Democrat, it doesn't matter if you vote Republican. At the end of the day, they don't have the best interests at heart for African Americans, right? So I'm seeing the same thing here in South Africa. You know, I turn on the radio and I listen to the radio and I'm hearing people calling in and talking about the corruption, people calling in and talking about the ANC, people calling in and talking about load shedding, and people ultimately feeling like it's a nightmare. And, you know, I've met people in South Africa that are saying, I want to get out of this country. I'm ready to leave. I can't stand South Africa. And it's unfortunate because this is a very beautiful, beautiful country. But unfortunately, this democracy is not working to the best interests of everyone here in South Africa. Now, listen, there's a sister here by the name of Kim Heller. She is an author. She is a white woman here in South Africa. And she said, this is not my words, she said this: that the ANC is only looking out for the best interests of elite white wealth. I repeat, Kim Heller, look her up, an author here in South Africa, an activist as well. I respect her for her to be white and for her to come out and say these things, because a lot of people want to use that privilege and stay quiet. But this woman, she wanted to come out and she's denouncing the ANC and saying that the ANC is nothing but protecting the interests of elite whites. That's unfortunate. And I think we need to have this talk, and for South Africans to start having this talk, and this is why I'm doing this today, is because having these conversations, having these talks, having these difficult conversations can get that South Africa headed in the right direction. And ultimately, for me being here and me seeing how a lot of your major corporations are owned by, I think it's 90% or 88 or 85% of your corporations are owned by whites, to know that your land is majority owned by whites, to see what is going on and to see what the ANC has done, I think it's best for us to come and have these talks and say, yo, this is not working for the best interest of South Africans. And I think for me today, I'm not here to complain about it or bicker about it or cry about it. I'm here to say, let's come up with solutions. I think that going to Orania helped me to see that there can be solutions made here in South Africa. And it's going to take us coming together and creating our own communities, not reliant on the government, not reliant on the ANC, purchasing our own private land and doing what we have to do on this land to become self-sufficient. And that's essentially my message today to South Africans. Listen, stop relying on the government. Stop relying on the system. Unfortunately, the system is here to protect the interests and to help the elite to prosper. And unfortunately, you have a few house Negroes that are benefiting off the system, but majority of us are not. And these conversations need to be had because we need to stop putting our faith in democracies that weren't designed or created by us. I think it's time for us to go back to the old ways of how we used to do things, to the old ways of how our ancestors used to do things, where we have our own democracy and we're not relying on people who don't have the best interests at heart for anyone, essentially. So this is my journey. I'm speaking for me. I'm in the process of trying to get my own land. I'm in the process of trying to create my own community. And I don't care if it's just me and my family or if it's one or two other people. I'm heading in that direction because I'm learning from America. And that's why I also want to say where I'm coming from America that supposedly has the best democracy. And our democracy is in shambles. Why? Because I say that it's in shambles only because it's not benefiting us African Americans. And a lot of us are waking up in America and finally starting to see that Democrat or Republican, doesn't matter who you vote with, they don't have the best interests at heart for you or your family. And unfortunately, the same thing is going on here in South Africa. So that's my message. That's the nightmare that Malcolm X was alluding to all the way back in 1964 that I think is plaguing South Africa to this day. Stop having faith in your democracy, which is nothing more but complete hypocrisy. So food for thought, you guys. I'm not going to keep this video long. I just wanted to share my 2 cents because I saw everybody was talking about the mayor here in Johannesburg, and he has these allegations on him and the powers constantly going out, and it's even affecting me at this point where that's another reason why I did this video, because it's at a time where we just got to take our power back, and it's time for us to start a revolution. All right, you guys, that's all I got to say. Thank you for tuning back in, and stay blessed. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, you guys, I'm out, and you guys stay blessed. Peace.